Bullia. So we're heading to, well, we actually don't know where we're heading. What the hell? It is beautiful. So this is Tobermorey Station. It's been pretty rough. Just made it to Jervois Station. Oh, things are a little bit unshackled this morning. Holy moly. Morning, Mr. Unshackled. Morning. Well, we're on our way. We've just left Bullia. What a great little town. What do you think, Mr. Unshackled? It was so good. We didn't see a Min Min light, but we went to the Min Min encounter yesterday and it was so cool. So if you're passing through, definitely take that in. There's a few other bits and pieces around town which you will see. So we're heading to, well, we actually don't know where we're heading. We've got water on board. There is rain coming. I swear we just attract rain wherever we go, but we will aim for either Georgina River today. I think we might hit some dirt at some point, but it's bitumen. The Plenty Highway is a mixture of both, so it's a bit of hit and miss with the bitumen and the dirt, so we don't really know what we're getting ourselves into, but we'll see when we get there. And if that's no good, we'll push on to Tobermorey Station. I believe the station does have accommodation and fuel if needed, so we'll keep you updated along the way. So we were just saying that we cannot believe how green it is out here, and it's hard to believe that you're actually in the outback. You see those little tinges of orange? That is literally what it should look like, or what it would normally look like. And it blows my mind to think that all of this greenery just explodes out of rock. They must have had so much rain out of here, and we were just saying too that we'll never see it like this again in a lifetime. So very, very special. Is he going to bite me? He's beautiful. All along the Plenty Highway there's kind of information boards that give you snippets of information of different things that are relative to the actual highway itself. So this one
actually talks about the highway itself. So for each kilometre it takes 250 man hours and 1700 cubic metres of gravel at a cost per kilometre of $250,000.
that was back in 2016.
Yeah, so it'll be more now.
So this is a picture of Kevin Kerr. He's an engineer, and he knows every stretch of this bitumen and gravel intimately on the Donahue Highway. He was part of the former Bullia Shire Council. He's been instrumental in many Bullia Shire Council road projects, including the final bitumen seal of the Kennedy Development Road from Bullia to Winton. So we actually came from Winton to Bullia on that particular road. So there you go. Good on you, Kev. Well done. So this is actually a work in progress, this Plenty Highway, and I would say, have they got an end date for it, Glenn? I'm not sure, but it will. Stage 3 now. It's in stage 3, but effectively in time it will literally all be bitumened. So I'm sort of glad we're doing it now, so that we can actually experience it in its old form. Anyway, we'll keep moving along. What the hell? The kites are all feeding on these fish down here. Look at them all. out for planes, Mr. Unshackled.
All clear, are they?
All clear.
Ready for taxi.
We're taxiing up the runway. Oh, look at that. Oh, 30 kilometres an hour on the runway, Mr. Unshackled. Prepare for takeoff. This is an RFDS, an emergency services strip, so you're not allowed to stop, park or camp along this stretch. I can kind of see why, hey? That's cool. So this is Tobermorey Station. It's a 1.2 million acre station, cattle station. They're currently doing the muster. The property itself runs all the way to the Simpson Desert. So there's a huge crew on the muster, camped up on the Simpson. One of the helicopters came in this morning. That was really cool. It's been a great place to stay. $40 a night. You get facilities and just camp wherever you feel free. There's bore water, but they certainly wouldn't recommend that you put it into your caravan tanks. There's donger accommodation as well. We're just pulling out. We're not exactly sure whether we'll make it to Jervois Station today or we're going to find a camp in between somewhere. There's a few that we're keen to have a look at. They've got a bar over there. I'll walk over and show you. So they've got fuel. I think we paid $3.46 or something. There's the old homestead there. The owners of this property actually own 3 properties. They live on the coast. They've actually joined the muster. For the next couple of weeks they'll be out there for a month mustering. So they've got 2 or 3 helicopters, I think they set out there working on the muster, so it's a big affair. They're not going to sell any cattle off this year. They're just bringing them in to tag them, needle them and just check their condition. This is the bar. And then they'll put them back out. There's so much feed out there that they'll fatten them up for another year. Pizza oven over there. That's the bar. And how cool is this? The roof's made out of huge windmills. This is the fire pit, and then occasionally they put on a barbecue, which is in the front here, so very clever. Anyway, Glenn's chatting to another fellow Lotus owner, so I might go and peel him away. Silly old grey nomad he is, look at him. Morning, Mr. Unshackled. Morning. Are you going to wait for me?
I'll give you a look just over the levee bank. They've got a levee bank that runs right around the property to stop all the floods from coming in. That runs right around the property. We've been hearing brolgas in the distance all last night and this morning. Not quite sure where they are, but they're not far away.
They were saying that they've got a lot of wild dogs out here. Some are dingoes, some are mix. But we didn't hear any last night. Mind you, it was a pretty busy campsite last night too, so with all the lights and the noise I would imagine that would keep them away, but they'd certainly cause hauvoc out here.
So we kept us away too.
Yeah. there's also a lot of wild cats, and the lady that was at the bar last night was telling us that they shot a wild cat yesterday morning, and it was the size of like a dog, like huge.
No, it was longer than that. It was the fella that shot it was 6 foot, and he was holding it up by the tail, and it was touching the ground. That's how big it was.
So they grow big out here, and especially at this time of the year, there'd be so much feed for them. Anyway, we're heading down what's called the Border Dash.
Yeah, you better go and turn that.
Oh, dust reduction system on. Okay, see you on the road, folks. So we're just having a bit of a snack break. It's been pretty rough, so we've just been checking to see if anything's moved in the van. Not a thing has moved, honestly. This van is performing like you would not believe. All good, Mr. Unshackled. Picked up a few rocks on the net, but apart from that, everything else is just steaming along beautifully, and we've got the dust reduction system on. We've seen tyres, we've seen caravan parts. It's been pretty rough, hasn't it? And that bull dust, what did you call it? Car catchers?
Car swallowers.
Car swallowers. If you fell in some of those bull dust pits, honestly, I don't think you'd ever come out. But this section here is pretty good. So we'll revel in this for a little while. I think we might be past the worst of it, who knows? But what beautiful countryside. Stunning. The flowers are starting to come out. The smell of the country, we don't know whether it's the sulphur from the bore water coming up, or it's literally just, what was that? Is that your apple? Oh. Or it's just the smell of all the water laying around that they've had. Interesting. Smells like one big dirty. I'm not going to put that on. Fair bit of flood damage along here, and there's the flood marker's been washed down the creek. That was a steep one, that one. Here comes Mr. Unshackled. time. We are taking our time.
Show them the example.
We've seen, here we go, here's an idiot. Look at him.
Get past van, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing it nice and easy. I don't want to smoke him out.
Oh, finally, we've actually...
Thanks, mate.
That is courteous. Thank you.
Pumpy and dusty, so I've been talking as well.
Now that is how it should be done, people. We've got another one behind us. Well, there's a termite now. Look at that. I'll just show you the termite there amongst the dust. So we've just hit Jervois Station. We've just crossed over the cattle grid. And how far have we got?
67.
We've got 67 kilometres to stay where we're going to stay tonight at the actual Jervois Station campground. So there you go, they're big stations out here. We've seen heaps of termite mounds. We're going to stop at a big one that's a place of interest. Sorry, there's people talking on the UHF.
Side of that bloody termite mound. How long did it take them to build that?
Holy moly, have a look at the size of this compared to the car and the caravan. That's crazy. And you can actually see it over the top of the caravan. There you go. So the caravan's 3.2 metres high. So that goes to show how high this thing is. He's out of the car. What have you got? Oh my God!
Score!
2 spanners. Well, we've just made it to Jervois Station. Mr. Unshackled's found himself a couple of spanners on the road, so he's pretty happy with himself, aren't you, Mr. Unshackled?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Just what we needed, 2 19mm spanners in our kit and
Yeah, but they were
caboodle.
ratchet spanners.
I know, they're pretty special spanners. That looks like where we're camping, peeps, out in the paddock. Anyway, that'll do. People that are there we've already met a couple of times. They're Queenslanders. 20's plenty. Like that. So this is another cattle station that open, oh, whoop-de-doos, that open up for tourists. You can get fuel here. I think we're going to decant the fuel that we've actually been carrying for a bit. Good on you, pup. Hello. Are you? Hello. Hello, Bobby. Oh, you've got a funny bark. There you go, over here, this thing here. Shush up, puppy. Shush up. There's another one over there. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Unshackled. Well, things are a little bit unshackled this morning, so we thought we were going to outrun the rain. So there's a big weather pattern coming across pretty much most of the country by the looks of it. We thought we might be able to outrun it, but this time the rain beat us, so it settled in. We've got away as quickly as possible, but I'm not sure what the conditions of the track are going to be a little bit closer to the Stewart Highway. There's still dirt, and I think we've decided we're going to try and make it to Gemtree Roadhouse this morning and bunker down there and just see what happens. So let's see what the dirt roads bring us. We're on a bit of a gravel section at the minute because we're running through a floodway. I would have loved to have showed you around the campsite a little bit more where we stayed last night, Jervois, but unfortunately the rain set in this morning, so that wasn't possible. But anyway, it was a lovely little camp, very, very basic, but all you need for an overnighter. And yeah, wish us luck on the roads today. We'll see you at Gemtree. We're still travelling on the bitumen at the minute, but neither of us have actually got any idea and can't find any information around how much bitumen and how much dirt we're going to be traversing today. We're starting to get a little bit worried that the rain is actually starting to settle in. It's looking very dark in front, so we'll get to the dirt and we'll make a decision from there. dash in the rain to let some more air out of the tyres. We're about to hit some pretty gnarly looking dirt. Crossing sort of a mixture of clay, sand and gravel sections, so it is getting a little soft in some of the sort of clay sections, but at this stage things are looking pretty good. How are we tracking, Mr. Unshackled?
Well, I think we may just make it. The road's getting very soft, especially some of those clay parts are getting very soft.
Well, the bull dust pits are literally turning into car swallowers.
I'm trying to stay out of there because that's when all the red shit gets all over your car, all over your van.
We are going to be putrid by the time we get there. And there's not a skerrick of traffic out here today.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Everyone's staying off. The road's still open. I just double checked to make sure they haven't closed it at the other end because we're literally heading into quite a big weather pattern. So
that's probably why a couple of our old mates that were camping nearby, they took off very early.
yeah, but she only had road tyres on her RV, didn't she? Well, folks, she's getting pretty slippery. And I've just double checked, the only campsite between now and Gemtree is probably not going to be accessible anyway because it's a full drive-only track. And it's on some private property out the back of the Aboriginal community, so I don't think we're going to take that option. We're just going to keep pushing on. There's really no choice, is there? We're sort of caught between a rock and a hard place now.
We'll get out. It's just a matter of
Yeah, we're going to get out.
how much time it's going to take.
It's just going to be...
How much effort. But that's all right, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm not worried yet.
Well, that's good, Mr. Unshackled. If you're not worried, I'm not worried. Totally unshackled, people. And really, this has caught everybody by surprise. This was not supposed to arrive until today. Later today. And there was a car that camped up across the road from where we were camped, and they haven't left yet. So good luck to them. They might just have to sit it out, I think. If we had left it any later, I don't think we would have bothered. But it wasn't really a great place to get stuck out there. Oh, Mr. Unshackled, I'm not really sure I like this anymore.
You'll be right, just hold on.
It's getting so soft. So we're just checking our HEMA, and this is where HEMA's come into play. We've just hit a bitumen section, which is just this little section here. But then we're going to hit dirt, and then I think bitumen, another dirt, another bitumen, a huge stretch of dirt there. We nearly come to grief just now, so I don't know, I guess we'll just wait and see. If it gets too gnarly, we're going to be camping on the side of the road this way. Anyhow, back it along. shit, that's going to be really deep. Oh God, it's pretty deep. It's not too bad, I don't think. It is pretty soft on the bottom. Folks, holy moly, I have never been so excited to see bitumen in my whole life. That was literally just an absolute shit show, excuse the French. And this man, no, seriously, this car and this man have literally saved the bacon today. That was wild. There's a truck in front of us, he's got through. There's a ute, a civil engineer behind us, and I think I just might stick about and see if he got through, and that'll be it. They'll be closing the roads for sure. Oh, well done, babe. You did it. That was wild. That was absolutely wild. And it just goes to show how quickly you can get caught out here. And we had no choice but to keep going. We really couldn't have stopped. We had a lot of rain up this inch, so we're just stopping. We're going to take a break. We are in all sorts, folks. Is it? Oh, it's torn and everything.
Got so much mud on it.
That's the end result of all of the carnage. No, the stone stomper ended up a bit full of mud. We couldn't have stopped to get it off. We just had to let it tear to bits. But apart from that, absolutely everything else is okay. Nothing's moved in the van. We've used the rest of our water to get as much mud off as we can, and now we're going to air up. We're on bitumen now, thank God. That was insane. When you get stuck, you can't stop. So we've got about 45 k's, I think, now to Gemtree, so I reckon Mr. Unshackled deserves a beer. Well, Mr. Unshackled, how are you feeling?
I have to tell you, that is some of the most wildest driving I've ever had to do.
But you did it so well. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's a bit of a solemn day in camp this morning after yesterday's adventure. We were just chatting to a lovely bloke that got caught on the roads out at WA on the next stretch that we were looking at taking, so we might have to play it by ear, but we've got an issue with our caravan brakes this morning, so Glenn's just trying to rectify that. We stayed at Gemtree Caravan Park last night. It's pretty basic, it's just bush camping up the back. You can get power. Well, we tried 3 sites and none of them had power. They've got fuel and a little cafe. We've just ordered some breakfast. We figured we might be stuck here for a bit while we're fixing these brakes. I think it's just the mud that's still stuck. We've cleaned the van as best we could, but it's still a little bit stuck in the pin plug, so we'll see what happens. How did you go?
Yep, all fixed, just mud.
Beauty. All right, well, we're off to Alice Springs. We'll see you there. So we've pulled out of Gemtree Caravan Park. The brakes are all fixed.
If that's all that's happened out of the carnage, we're doing pretty good.
We're doing pretty well out of that carnage.
That and the stone stomper.
Yes, well, the stone stomper is a work in progress. We're going to have to order a new one, and I think we're going to try and patch the one up that we've got.
Yeah, we need it for the Great Central.
We'll need it for the Great Central Road.
When we continue on after Alice Springs.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of post-traumatic stress syndrome this morning, but I think we'll get over it. It was pretty hairy, but anyway. We're heading into Alice Springs, first stop car wash.
But to let you know how hairy it was, last night after, I could hardly walk. I was tensing that much.
Yeah.
It was bloody.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And just a quick disclaimer, we would never purposely put ourselves in a situation like that. We're very big advocates of making sure that if a road is not safe to travel on, we wouldn't chop it up and ruin it. what happened yesterday was, firstly, we were told the road was fine, so we headed off, and it was just unprecedented. Big band of rain literally came over, and by the time it hit, we couldn't turn around. It was too late. We had to commit and continue. I feel really bad that we have probably caused a huge amount of damage to the road, dragging our big...
Well, not just us, everyone that was on there, trucks and everything.
There was trucks and everything that got stuck on there yesterday. So,
but
and
I had a quick look this morning and it's still open. So I don't know how much rain they need
I don't
to
know.
shut these bloody roads. Bloody hell.
Yeah, and there's still people heading in that direction this morning. So I think that's a disservice whoever's responsible for the roads. They need to close those roads because it's a mess. And until they get a grader on it, it's really not going to be much top for anybody to be travelling along there. But anyhow, that's my say. We're safe.
Still pretty though.
I didn't see anything yesterday except for mud flying in all directions. I wouldn't know. I could not tell you what the scenery was like.
Jenny was saying last night that her knuckles are that sore just from holding on.
They call these handles on cars or shit handles, and I tell ya, I was holding on for dear life yesterday. It was crazy. Anyway, we're heading into Alice. We'll probably catch you on our next leg of our adventure, which we're not exactly sure what we're doing yet, but we'll be spending some time in and around this area, so we'll catch you there.